Okay, to learn about the requirements management module, let's access the SILKROAD web server. Minimize the docs or turn it off. And let's get back to the screen here that you're looking at. And okay, from here, let me quickly and briefly start explaining the things that we've learned so far, and we'll proceed onto the right side where the document viewer is and some other windows attached on the bottom. Okay, so the first thing that you have ever done was making a phase. Secondly, you created documents, and thirdly, you opened up the docs to register the requirements and connected them together, the requirements traceability setup. And then you've done this and that by using the docs functionality, and now you're here. There are some other additional or supportive functions are still waiting on you. Okay, the first auxiliary function that you need to learn is in regards to the phase and the documents. Looking from the document list on the left side, try to right click on the phase, then you'll be able to see the detailed information, create document, link document, phase authority setting, a delete button. Let's start with the one on the top. Detailed info provides you with the information regarding the current phase that you just selected, and you can also delete the phase itself. But if you try it, then the system will alarm you that um, only empty phase can be deleted. So basically you have to erase the documents first to erase the phase. Okay, close it. All right, secondly, the create document. This will pop up the docs to help you go through the document writing process, which we have done already. And thirdly, we have this link document function. From here, the meaning of link from here is that you just uh, make a link between two documents to refer to each other, just for the reference. So it's the meaning of link here is quite different from other meanings that you've seen, like traceabilities or master and sub document relationship kind of stuff. Does have nothing to do with this link here. So let's just quickly take a look how it works. So once you click on the link, then you have to look for the target document to link with uh, this phase here. So, okay, I think I just found a document here. I'm going to choose one and click OK. Then, as you can see, the original document is still here, but the system shows users that this document has to be referred to when the users are dealing with the phase here, because the document was linked from the phase aspect. So please keep that in mind, that this is for the reference. And fourth function is called phase authority setting. This setting here will select will decide which users can have how much authority on this phase specifically. So these are the document list of the phase that I chose, and you can from here you can collectively and all at the same time apply the authority level that you assign from here on the right side. So the authority can be given um, from the unit of a group or from the unit of a individual. This is up to the policy of your organization. So yeah, you can choose the authority level of accessing certain phase or certain documents from here. Okay, let's move on to the aspect of documents. If you right click on a specific document, there will be a context menu popped up, and the detailed info identically provides you with the information about the document, and docs will selecting docs will open up the docs. And thirdly, you can also see the revision history from this menu here, the history of the document's revision versions, just like this. Since this one does not have many revisions, so I'm gonna go and check on this one, the one that we've been using for the sample as a sample. Click on the revision histories so that you can see the whole revision history of 6 different versions. Okay. From here, you can also use the comparison function as you did in Docs, and you can also download a specific version of a Word format document by clicking on this button. And if you click on the revision download, then you'll be seeing this screen right here, the table of comparison window will be provided when you click on this button, just like this. Okay, okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, there's a function called download PDF. You can download the current document in PDF format, which is identical with this function up here. And you can also use the show RTM function. This is a function actually provided from the traceability module here, right? The left top side. But you can also see it from here too. But you can also see it from here. But there's no downstream documents from the basis of this document here, the current document. So you may have to choose a different document. Okay, here it is. The one that has a downstream requirement document. And the requirements of those two documents are all registered, and the traceability link was set up, then the requirements matrix, traceability matrix will show you the proper traceability relationships between two different documents, just like this. So which means the SSS001 has a linked downstream lower level requirements, which is called SRS REQ01. So yeah, this is all. This is what this function is all about. I'm gonna go through this function later on when I get to the traceability module. So let's just turn it off quickly. And the last function is the delete button. As long as it is locked, as you can see from the right top side here, you have to unlock it to delete it. And before you can unlock the document, you have to have the document access authority above the management level. Lower than the management authority level would not allow you to lock or unlock or delete the document. And there was another button here when I clicked on the one up here, which says the unlock. Unlocking function from here means that setting this document free from the baseline item registration. When later on stage of software document development, you'll be finally reaching the configuration module where you can register the work outputs and work items to the configuration baseline. Let me just give you a quick look. All right, when you get here to the configuration module, you're going to create a baseline. You're going to draw a baseline and create some versions for this. And you'll finally add the files to the versions. So to let people know, or so to set a work output package saying that so far is the version 1 of the software development phase, and we're gonna draw a line here that this whole items so far are the ones that defines this much of software development progress. So that's what you do when you arrive at the configuration module. And once you hope to implement once you hope to make some modifications on the documents or the files that you put in to this configuration item list, then you have to issue the change request to the people, the associates of the work, the call workers, so that you can make the changes. And while the items are registered to the baseline, to prevent false revision of the documents, the system locks the modification of the selected and registered documents. So once you put the items into the list, as you have seen from the requirement module, the icon says that these items are included in the change request or the baseline. So when the documents are in this condition, you won't be able to, as it says, you won't be able to modify it until you free it from the baseline. Okay, system requirement sample was just freed. Okay, so now you can use docs to modify this document. And you can also unlock it once again so that you can continue with the configuration management. All right, it's locked again. So that's almost everything about the functions that you can do from the document list. Let's move on to the right side, to the document viewer here. Let's look upside here, where all the ribbon menus are gathered together. So the I button here has the same functionalities as you have seen from the detail info button here. And from here, the version combo box, you can choose a specific version of amongst the revision history of this document. And the docs button is the docs button. You can pop up the document editor, and the revision history has the same functionalities as you've done here. The revision history function, they have the same function. And the comparison function also has the same function as the function that you use from the revision history menu here. The compare function, to use this function, let's quickly move down to the capture training sample and click the function and choose the base version is defaultly given with the latest version, and all you got to do is selecting the compare version from the right side. Let's choose version 1. We'll show you the changes that have taken places throughout the whole version 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you click the download button, then you'll be downloading uh, the comparing view of the document will be downloaded. And onto the right side, there's a product button which appears only when the currently selected document has a sub-document. And on the right side, there's a download button, provides you the functions with downloading this currently selected documents in PDF and Word form. And let's keep on moving on to the right side. There's a lock and unlock button that a button that you need a certain level of authorities to use. And on the right side, there's a button called authority setting. This function here is quite similar to the authority setting that you have done when you popped up the context menu by clicking the phase. But this function is limited to the document, the currently selected document, not like that the one that we learned before had authority over a whole phase, a whole documents inside that phase. Okay. And next part is going to be about the viewers on the right side. The viewer that you're looking at right now is the document view. So I'm gonna go over to the grid view to start explaining. Okay, so if you arrive at the grid view, then you'll be able to see the registered requirements table. The information, the detailed information of the registered requirements will all be listed in a form of table, just like this. And once you click on a certain requirement, then you'll be able to see the impact analysis and some other detailed information regarding the one that is selected. And on the right side, there's an export button. You can export this currently viewing grid information through Excel, XLSX, XML, CSV, TSV, HTML. 5 different types of format are provided for users to use it and utilize it in a different type of tools for specific purpose of management. And on the right side, there's another view called coverage. I have covered this part already, but let me just go through it quickly once again. So this part here becomes very important when it comes to traceability check. Uh, as you've learned before, try to click on the arrow on the right side to expand the window to see the whole depths of traceability link. So these are the connections between the requirements, which is so-called vertical traceability according to the V model of software development process. And there are some other coverage viewers seen from the left side. The horizontal coverage viewer provides users with the traceability link between requirements and the test items. So for now, there's no data inserted for this example. Let me just quickly explain what this area is for. And the full coverage here shows users the whole picture of traceability that is inside this project. So, which means it projects the vertical coverage and horizontal coverage at the same time. This will be This will be covered once again when we arrive at the test case module and finish inserting the data and setting the traceabilities between requirement and test items. So for now, let's just move on to the right side. There's a function called screen export. If you click on the screen export, then there will be a file downloaded that contains the screen that you are looking at now. Okay. So yeah, this is the same exact table format that you just saw from the website. And on the right side is called the full export. According to the export range of the depths of the traceability based on the documents that you chose from the left side, will be accordingly downloaded to your local PC. So if you have more than 2 level, type in the depth level that you would like to see. And you can also you can also designate the level by choosing the range of the level from base to level 1 or 2 kind of options that you can choose. You can also export the tag IDs only, and you can also designate the requirement range, how many requirements that you would like to contain in your export page. And if you choose the download button here, you'll be seeing the exact range that you have chosen from the options. And there's also a last function called export to Word. If you choose the button, then the screen will be exported to your Word format. Okay, here it is. Okay, getting back to the document view, let's finish learning about the side on the bottom. Okay, and let's start with the base requirement. There's a number next to the base requirement words. This means that this document contains 34 different requirements. And these are the unit requirements registered through docs. And once you choose one of them, then the document will directly take you there to help you have a preview on it. And the ones with the items on the right side are the ones that have traceability links with the higher or lower level requirements from different document. And on the right side, there is a content preview of the selected linked item. Okay, that's almost everything about the requirements management module on the website. So, okay, for the next subject, we will encounter the traceability module, which is right next to the requirement module.